There's nothing cooler when you come here and you get an opportunity to speak to Tony Doherty. The guy is a fascinating dude, and on top of that, he has a lot of good training tips. He has a lot of good training methods, and he's met some amazing people. So he's definitely been one person that's been pretty inspiring through the training career that I've had, and also on a day-to-day basis when I get the opportunity to spend some time with him. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hey guys, here we are for vlog 2 of road to the Vic titles in 9 weeks. So today I brought my training partner Webb Jeryn Dolan. Jeryn's been a training partner now for 2 years. Yep. About 2 years he's been my training partner for. We train well together. Normally we don't really talk much, which is kind of nice, especially through prep. Just get it done. So as you know, we're back here at Doherty's in Brunswick. I've had a few people ask me in regards to why do I train here and not my own gym and so on and so forth. The reason I sort of train here is I've been here for nearly 4 years and I've got a lot of friends here. I've got a lot of good competitors that I look up to and so on and so forth. And on top of that, it gets me away from my own work and my own job, and I don't get interrupted when I train. I still do train at my own gym. I train when it's really, really super quiet, or a lot of the time I do my best to train late at night when, yet again, I don't get interrupted or it's not too busy at the gym. So to answer a lot of questions that people have asked me in regards to why I train at Brunswick and not my own gym, there shouldn't be any disgruntledness or reasons why I can't train at another gym just because you own a gym. So I'm friends with Tony, I'm friends with the guys down here. There's room for heaps of people to train at any gym that they wish to choose to train at, and not feel obliged to just train at their particular gym because they own it. So yeah, so I just want to clear that up for a few people. So guys, when you get a little bit older and you hit my age of around 30 years old, some of your joints start to get a little bit tender and a little bit sore. Plus I've been fighting off a little bit of a bad forearm injury. It's a little bit of golfer's elbow that I've been trying my best to deal with through training. So, and then I'm just using a little bit of Prototype 8, a bit of blood flow to wear the working area that we're doing today. Massive shout out to Iron Tanks for the singlet and the new shoes. Okay, so we're going to start on a decline straight bar press. We do this probably every maybe 6 to 8 weeks. We start on a decline. Something different, blends it up, mix it up. It always helps. We'll do a couple of warm-up sets and we'll go to working sets. So probably do 2 warm-ups and 3 to 4 working sets. So at the moment we're still doing our work-up sets. We did super light one and we're not going to count that at all. That was shit house. So we're going to go plate by plate pretty much now until we hit a working set. I might hit 3 plates. Jezza will probably hit 4, possible 5. That's what he does.
That one. So when you're working up to your working sets, we don't really go over 10 reps at a medium weight range, just so we can get the most reps out of our actual heavy working sets. So that's a good thing if you're trying to work up to a heavier weight. If you're trying to get stronger, don't burn yourself out on the previous lighter weights. So like I said before, I'll stick with 3 plates. 3 are good for me. We'll do two more working sets. Jez has got 2 more at 4 plates. So 4 biscuits. That's what you call them in prep because you're hungry. Everything revolves around food.
4 biscuits.
This will be our last working set. This exercise.
That was hard.
Come on, 2 more. Push.
Ooh. Okay, so after doing a decline press, we're going to head now onto the hammer strength flat bench. What we're going to do is, whenever you do a flat press, you know, it's normally consecutive and continuation of the actual movement. What we're going to do here, if anyone's done a dead press from the floor with a dumbbell, we're going to do the exact same thing but off this machine. So each of the movement has to be dead weight into full contraction with a half pause at the top. Add this in the next workout because it's actually fucking pretty hard. So as you can see in this movement, he's hitting it dead and going into his full contraction. So it has to be dead weight when you're doing this movement into his full contraction. You don't have to do a lot of weight for this. As after, when you get to about 8, 9, 10, it gets quite hard. I only go half plate. He can do 3 plates.
So another good tip for when you're doing any chest exercise. I myself, everyone has their muscle groups they can activate well. I can activate my chest very well. Chris struggles a little bit activating his chest. So with anyone that struggles to activate their chest, if you lock your scapula in and drop your shoulders before you go to press, just lock yourself in that movement so you stick your chest up, you get a better squeeze at the end. So that's something for people to try.
For you guys out there that may have a ginormous back, look what Jess just did that. Then laying on the bench, big bastard. Okay, so this is the last set. We've done, this would be our 3rd working set on this exercise. Next, I think we're going to go into probably a cable crossover, superset that with a dip if we can get both machines. If not, then we'll go onto the pec deck and maybe dip. But we're going to do a superset next regardless. So we'll work out what's available and we'll coordinate with the other members. Okay, so we didn't get an opportunity to get the two machines that we wanted collectively together. So we're going to do just a pec deck. Jezza wants to try and do a 3-stage principle, which is how we're going to do it.
So basically you got 3 stages from the bottom to the top. So first stage, quarter of the way, halfway, and a full contraction at the top with just a slow eccentric movement at the bottom. So you continue that for 12 to 15 reps basically until you can't do anymore.
So he's going to explain, he's teaching me something new, so I haven't done this before, so I'll get him to demonstrate and then we'll go through that. The key to this movement, so I understand what he's doing, but he's actually kept his shoulders all the way down, which allows his chest to always stay active. One thing you want to try and do is always keep your shoulders down and your scap back. So putting your shoulder blades together the whole time to activate the most amount out of your chest. Jeryn has an amazing chest and is very well developed. So he does this and performs it perfectly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a triple drop set. So we're going to do 10, 10, 10 at 3 different weights. He'll do 1 set, I'll do 1 set, then we'll move on.
So what we're going to do next is start with the Smith press on incline. So nothing too heavy towards the end of the workout, so it's more about blood volume at this point for us. So 15 reps on there. We're going to come here to the cables and we're going to do upright flies just to hit the top of the chest. Good for the development.
I'll save the ones I've already used.
Yeah, not in the video. That's it. Stop there.
Let's go.
So we've done 2 sets of our working 3 sets. We're going to do one more of this, then we'll probably finish on some dips, maybe some dips, or we'll work out. We're sort of winging it today, so we don't know what we're going to finish on, but most likely we'll finish on some dips just to finish the chest off. Then we'll do a couple of sets of triceps. Being 9 weeks out at the moment, this is probably the easiest I've felt being this far out from the comp. I'm not really doing much cardio, which is kind of nice. I stayed reasonably lean on the off season, which has made my on season a lot easier. My calories are still somewhat pretty high. I do a lot of infrared saunas if you watch my snaps. So leading into this prep, it's been okay. When it gets to about 6 weeks, I know shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm not sure how Jeryn's feeling, or
I'm feeling great.
I stopped my cheat meals a while ago, and he still finished his last cheat meal.
I'm done.
He finished?
Yeah.
So Jeryn's now feeling what I've felt for the last few weeks, not being able to have any cheat meals. So Jezza and myself are still under Scott Goebel, so he's our number one, he's our coach. Jezza, this is the first time prepping with Scott, so he's got some amazing results from his last show to this show, and he's kept a lot of size through this prep, which is great for him. He's jumping up. He did the juniors last year, and now he's finishing the juniors, and he's going to go into the novice class for the Vic title, so we're both doing the same show. That's the show I won last year, so hopefully as a best mate he can do the same thing and bring home that golden trophy. So he'd be one of the biggest on stage, that's for sure. Hope. With his chest. So this being the last set, Jeryn's trying to squeeze the top end of his pec, technically up around his clavicle, so clavicle is your collarbone. Jez is already overdeveloped anyway in the top end of his pec, so this is probably a pretty easy movement for him, but it's always controlled. It's normally a 1 second positive to a 3 second negative. Yeah, so keeping the tension all the way through, the entire movement is the key. That's it. So we're going to finish our last exercise for the day. We're going to go into a dip. I'll get Jeryn to do the first one, and I'll explain how we're sort of doing it. We're going to try and get our legs underneath our pecs. So in doing so, it activates and recruits more of the lower end of the pec fibers. So by enabling your center of gravity to change a little bit and trying to focus more on the contraction of being over the weight, it allows your pec to be more dominant in this movement. So Jezza. So as you can see, as he goes up, he's actually going to try and go a bit over the weight. So what Jezza was doing is getting his body weight underneath the movement, which I'll also show as well. Alright guys, that completes vlog 2 for today, our chest session. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Jeryn and myself will go on to the next video, which will be vlog 3. I think we're going to be hitting up shoulders on that one. Shoulders, then we'll probably do legs the video after. So stay tuned for those. Go on social media. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.